be talking to you guys about my favourite things from the past month, and I have a list here in front of me of 11 things, and only one of them is beauty. So there's a big mix today, like tech, fashion, lifestyle, lots of things to chat about. Before I get started, I keep getting messages from people saying that they've been unsubscribed from my channel, which is just so sad. So please check you're still subscribed. If you want to turn on notifications, which is like the little bell sign, it means you get notified every time I upload a video. I don't mind if you don't, but I just wanted to say in case my videos aren't making it to your subscription boxes. Okay, let's get started. This is my first favourite. This is a book called Humans of New York Stories. It's by a guy called Brandon Stanton, and you may have heard of him because Humans of New York, I'm pretty sure it was started on Facebook. I think this guy Brandon has been a photographer for a very long time, and over around 5-6 years he went around New York taking photos of strangers and asking them questions, learning about them and hearing their stories. And I think eventually he decided to start putting them on Facebook, and Humans of New York became this Facebook page and became really popular. I've always loved Humans of New York on Facebook because it just pops up and you get to hear someone's amazing story and see a beautiful portrait photo of them. I just love the idea of it, and it's so like visually pleasing and really interesting as well. You learn about all different kinds of people. So he's turned all his stories, or maybe just some of them, into this book, and I got this for Christmas. So as you can see, it's just loads of pictures of all different people. The photography is beautiful. The stories are just fascinating. Some of them are just short quotes, some of them are a bit longer. He's just taken snippets from all the stories that he's collected, and I think it's so interesting and such a good book to have on your coffee table as well, because you can just kind of dip in and out of it. Next up are some coasters from Anthropologie. Anthropologie is just one of my favourite shops. It has been since it opened. I always remember going, whenever I went to America with my mum, we'd always go to Anthropologie to have a look. So the first one are these. I actually bought 4 of these. I bought 2 in this colour and 2 in this colour, and I just think they are gorgeous. They've had these for a really long time. Rich got them for me for Christmas, and I think they're so pretty. I absolutely love them. I think this one is my favourite colour. And then for my office, I just bought one of these. I actually wanted more, but they had sold out. There was only one left. It's got this beautiful gold around the edge, and then it's like this pink stone. It's a bit like rose quartz, and it's all like different edges. I actually don't love how that edge is really straight. I love the kind of jaggedy edge, and it looks really pretty on my desk, and I love it. Next up is an app. If you guys watched my Hello 2017 video, it was a very funny vlog from my New Year's Eve party that I hosted with friends. We actually did karaoke, and a lot of people asked how we did it, and me and Rich looked into renting a karaoke machine, and it was so expensive. Luckily, because my dad is like a massive muso, he has loads of microphones at home. So what we actually ended up doing is using his microphones and amps, but we downloaded the Lucky Voice app, and Lucky Voice is a chain of karaoke bars in the UK, but they've now created an app where you subscribe like weekly or monthly, but you can cancel it at any time. So I just did like a 1-week subscription. It was like £1.50, and then you just get it up on your iPad or something and sync it with the TV. Lucky Voice literally has every song ever, and it's so good, and it just worked perfectly. It was so cheap. You didn't have to rent a karaoke machine, and I thought it was genius. I feel like my favourites this month are so random, but this is my next favourite. As you guys know, I have an iPad Pro. I love it, and I love using the Apple Pencil. But as soon as I got it, I thought, how am I not going to lose this pencil? It's like £80. I know you can get pen holders for your iPad case, but they all just seemed a bit like not convenient for me. Anyway, I went into the Apple store to get something else, and I saw this. It's from the brand Belkin, but they sell it in the Apple store. And it's an Apple Pencil holder. So that just sits on my desk. I think they've got nicer colours, but they only had silver when I went. And as you can see, there's a little hole in there, and you just pop your pencil in there, and now it just sits on my desk, and I know I'm never going to lose it, and it has its own little home, and I love it. So if you have an Apple Pencil, I would really recommend this. Okay, this is my beauty favourite. It's from La Roche-Posay. It's a new product for them, I'm pretty sure. I think it came out sometime this month. It's their waterproof eye makeup remover. I've used more than half the bottle now, and this is great. It's very similar to the Clarins one, which I've always said is my like all-time favourite one. I'd say this is just as good. They're pretty much equal. I actually haven't compared the price, but I'm assuming this one is more affordable than Clarins. I really like it. It's one of those like split biophase or whatever they're called. So you shake it up and put it on cotton wool, and it just gets rid of all my eye makeup, including waterproof mascara, and I think it's a really nice product. Okay, I have another app recommendation. This one is for more like photography stuff. It's Snapseed, and I know I'm really late to the game. Snapseed has been around for ages, but I really like it for editing my photos. So I just use VSCO Cam to just edit the size of my photo, like crop it. And I use Facetune when I'm whitening something. But I've been using Snapseed to change the brightness of a photo, to change the warmth of a photo, highlights, contrast. It's really easy to use. You can just kind of swipe on the image to change the settings. And I just really like it. I've used quite a few different editing apps, and some of them are just too complicated for their own good. I don't want my Instagram photos to be overly edited, so I've really been enjoying using Snapseed. Okay, I feel like now is a good time to talk about my TV favourites, because I have 3. The first one was accidental. I didn't really mean to get into it. Rich watches quite a few programmes without me, and he was watching Suits, and I think he got a couple of seasons in actually, and it was just because he was watching it whilst I was like cooking dinner that I kept kind of half watching it, and then eventually I just got sucked in and became obsessed. I think there's 6 seasons of Suits so far, and the best way I can describe it is it's kind of like Grey's Anatomy but for lawyers. It's very easy to watch, it's very like addictive. You fall in love with all the characters individually, and it's basically about a guy who pretends that he's a qualified lawyer. He's a brilliant lawyer, but he actually didn't really get his qualification. So it's all about that, and it's so great. I really can't wait for the second half of season 6 because I really enjoyed it, and Rich just loved the fact that I got into it. He was like, I told you you'd like it. Once we'd finished Suits, we started This Is Us, which I think we watched on Sky. We'd been recommended it by so many friends, and it's one of those things where everyone says you have to watch it. I was just like, okay, I will. I didn't even really know what it was about. It's so good. This Is Us is about a family. I don't know how much I can say without giving it away actually. But the way it's filmed is very clever. It switches between past and present, and I love that kind of style of storytelling. A lot of the show is based in the 70s, which is just, I loved that kind of time. So loads of cool fashion and styling. It's just a real like feel-good series, really easy to watch, really quick, so definitely recommend that. Also, it's really funny as well. Then the next one we started watching was The OA, another one that's like been really hyped up, and this one I think really divides opinions. So many people said that they thought it was really weird and they couldn't get into it, and loads of people said they loved it. I think the key with The OA, I personally loved it, but you have to get past the first episode at least, because the first episode is completely different to the whole rest of the series, or season. I never know if it's series or season, but you have to get past the first episode. And there are times where it's a bit weird, but just don't give up, because I think I really loved it. It's a bit weird, it's a bit like sciencey sci-fi. It's about a girl who goes missing and she gets involved with like a science experiment. I think I can say that without giving too much away. The girl who plays the main character is brilliant and so pretty, and you kind of just, she's so fascinating. I really liked it. I'm really sad it's over. Okay, let's move on to the next favourite. This is my Kikki K meal planner, and I talk about this a lot on Snapchat, and I get so many messages from people saying where's it from. Either they haven't heard me say it on the snap, or the original snap gets deleted after 24 hours, and then I feel like I can never tell people where it's from, so I thought I'd just put it in a video. This is what Rich and I use to plan our meals. We don't always do it, but we've done it for the last 3 weeks, and we try, because it's the easiest way to do a food shop. We'll sit down on like a Saturday or Sunday night and plan out what we're gonna have for dinners. You kind of work around dinner, and I'll eat for lunch what's left over from dinner. So it has the days of the week, and then it has breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and it's magnetic as well, so it sticks on the fridge, which is so handy. And then when you're done with that week, you just rip it off and start a new week. Kikki K is a really cool stationery shop in Covent Garden. I love their stationery. They do so many cool things like this meal planner and lots of like organizational stationery. So definitely check out Kikki K if you haven't already. The next favorite, again, is something I get so many questions about on Snapchat, and it's this hoodie. It's a massive oversized hoodie. It's from ASOS White. Everything's oversized. The actual hoodie itself is like really thick. It's got a huge hood. It's got these huge like white ribbons. I just think it's so cool, but I wear it at home most of the time just because it's so comfortable and it really keeps me warm. The UK is so cold at the moment. So I love it. It comes in and out of stock. I've seen it be restocked a few times, so I will link to it below. If it's out of stock at the moment, just keep an eye on it because sometimes it comes back in. I'll try and let you know on Twitter or Snapchat. If I see it come back in stock, I will let you guys know, or I'll try to. But it's so cozy, I love it, and I love the blush colour of it. I wear that all the time. I'm just waiting because there's a little girl out there who is bawling her eyes out because her dad wants her to wear a coat and she doesn't want to wear a coat and she's screaming. So I'm just waiting for the screaming to stop. I feel like that was a really quick favourites full of random things you guys probably don't even really care about, but those are honestly the things I've been loving over the past month. I've been using a lot of the same beauty stuff, but actually over the past week I've been trying quite a lot of new things. So maybe in my next monthly favourites there'll be more beauty, but for now, that's the stuff I've been loving. If you want to watch my last video, I will link it here along with the subscribe button if you want to subscribe to my channel, and a recent blog post too if you'd like to check it out. I'll be back on Wednesday evening with a vlog, hopefully, so I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.